Hi guys, tell me if you can see us. Comment down on our chat box and tell us if you can see us. We are really, guys, we have struggled, but I will tell them.
Oh my gosh.
Yo.
We are on. I was just checking anyway. Curiosity.
Oh, so you've confirmed on your end we are all?
Yeah, we are.
Okay. Anyway, let me introduce this video. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Olive and this is Olive Mkirate rebranded, also known as ONR. So before I introduce my guest, in case you're new on this channel, in case you're a new subscriber, thank you so much for joining the ONR family. And in case you do not know what's happening, you normally just stumble on this video after it's been aired, or you're currently scrolling and you're seeing us live. ONR is an educative platform for entrepreneurs in Kenya and Africa, and we have collaborated with this beautiful lady you can see on your screen. Her name is Boca. So she is the founder of Boca Africa, and I want her to introduce herself just for the new viewers. Boca, you have to introduce yourself again.
Okay. Hi guys. So my name is Batha, and I am the team lead at Boca Africa, and we are so excited to be partnering with ONR. I know all of you guys have been hearing the good stuff that we are doing, hopefully, and if you're not, you've not come on board, please, you're welcome. What I want you to do right now before we start is follow us on our platforms, our Boca Africa page and ONR as well on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and you'll get to know what's happening. So yeah, I'm excited. Thank you, Olive.
You're welcome. So guys, in case you are wondering what exactly we are about to do or talk about, so ONR partnered with Boca Africa, and what we planned or what we are doing is we are coming up with topics that are affecting entrepreneurs right now in Kenya, in Africa, and we are finding ways to assist you guys in your businesses. So in case you've not been in the loop for some time, we did a challenge one, and it was all about elevator pitch, and you can find it on the channel as well. And most of the times we host webinars, rather Batha from Boca Africa hosts webinars. Maybe I'm just a moderator and we are really, guys, we're really rooting for you, and we're trying to educate you as much as we can. So yeah, and in this week's challenge, Batha was like, Olive, you guys, we are back in lockdown. And we wanted to talk to you guys, and are your business faring well? Do you know what you need to do to get it to do better? And just the tips and tricks to, like Baka says, when you sent me that topic, how to keep your business doors open. I was like, literally, yeah, like we don't mean physically, but literally, like actually, we need people to keep coming in, because in reality now businesses are kind of locked down. You know what I mean? Yeah. So today we want to give you guys a few tips that will help you keep your doors open in terms of, especially during these times. So in case you're not aware, I am an entrepreneur. She is an entrepreneur herself. She's running 2 businesses. I'm running my company, Amidst Kenya. But I think I'll let you have it now. Maybe you can introduce the first point, and then we can bounce it off in terms of ideas or in terms of thought process and all that stuff.
Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, so guys, this is in essence, as Olive has mentioned, just tips and tricks that we have seen from experience that we are actually implementing, or we have learned from other like-minded entrepreneurs, not only in Kenya, but in Africa. And actually, I'll give 2 examples, time permitting, because guys, we have been waiting and hoping that the sun does not go down here. So anyway, time permitting, give 2 examples of 2 African entrepreneurs who decided, you know what, we're going to hold on even during this, all this crazy, 2 years that we've gone through, 1.5 or whatever. So yeah, so I think, so what I've seen is the first point is you have to take stock of your current business, like everything, your business model, yeah? Like you start from scratch, like my suppliers, my business model. For example, I'm thinking if you're doing a business model that was expecting your customers to be paying stuff like on a subscription base. Yeah, that you subscribe to something, you pay, like Netflix basically.
Yeah.
So since this pandemic has happened, you can say, okay, I'm moving away from subscription, and then I can do on demand. Yeah, so basically, as and when I need it, I'll come back. Maybe this month I can't afford Netflix, to next month I can. So just making it more flexible and fluid based on what you're seeing. So that's what I mean by changing your, looking at your business model. So doing internal inventory. Yeah, even about your employees. Last year we had people are being laid off and everything, and maybe I can share this first case study. So I attended this Africa Entrepreneurs workshop online, of course, towards the end of last year, about 4 months ago. And there's this entrepreneur. She's Kenyan entrepreneur. She owns a human resource farm, and so it's called AfriJob. You guys can go and look at it. And so what?
Job.
Yeah, AfriJob.
Let me type it here.
So what motivated me and just inspired me, that she refused, like she had, I think she had started that business maybe like 10 or something years ago. And during the pandemic, she was really trying not to lay off her staff. Yeah. And that, I think it was compassionate and empathetic of her, entering someone's shoe, literally, I hope I've said it. You just entering someone's shoe and seeing their pain. And so she even decided, she was so stressed, actually, she mentioned. And so her thing was, okay, let me take a vacation and break out of this and see how what to do. Because imagine, she was saying the only solution she had, because she could not lay off her staff. She said that I'm not going to lay off people. You know what she said? Going to she'd rather close the business. You guys, she was
so because I'm imagining, if you're saying you review a business model and then you look at the model and you're seeing, okay, we're not bringing in enough revenue, I need to lay off people. Sad. Like, it's really sad. And then it's already tough times. Like, you lay off me and then where do I get the next thing to do? So I can imagine for her, it was like, you know what? If I'm laying you guys off, okay, I think she loves her employees as well. What I won't think of you like that.
Like, I was like, what? So I think, even as you're talking, I think laying off can be an option. Sometimes there's so many who want to do it, but before that, think of it as okay, let me use an example of a German car. So for a German car, before you start doing big things, and like maybe something like a major thing has happened to your car, what they normally do is start with the least expensive, least costly. They always start like that. So the cheapest solution they will start with first, and then now they cascade. If the issue becomes more difficult to solve, they continue to cascade their solutions, and then you pay more money. But the idea is always to spend less. So what I can say about and I've seen them doing it actually last year is, how about now you tell them, you change the contracts. You tell them, now we're changing our contracts. It's not going to be on permanent basis. It's going to be on a need-to-need basis. Like, when I need you, you just come in as a consultant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get what you mean.
Or number two, I just give you guys pay cuts. I'm like, okay, for this year, you guys were getting pay cuts, all of us. And this story for this lady, I think she's called Harriet Karaoke AfriJob. I hope I've gotten her name right. Harriet Karaoke.
Okay.
Yeah. So what happened is, she actually now decided. She came back from her vacation. She went to Mombasa. She came back. Then now her operations person and marketing just said, you know what? Imagine us guys take pay cuts. Our employees are the ones who they asked for pay cuts. Can you imagine?
Yeah, but imagine, it makes sense, Martha, because it's a really sketchy time for many businesses, and it's not easy to let go people. So if they understand where you're coming from, if they see the hardships that you're going through, if I was an employee as well, I'd rather you give me a pay cut than you fire me. Like, legit, I know I'm worth maybe 300K, but please, even if it's half, I will totally understand, because at least I take home something. So reviewing your business model is very important. However, I wanted to even say, in terms of life, and I always give this example because I remember when the pandemic hit, I was currently enrolled at Centonomy. You know Centonomy, Boca?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I was enrolled at Centonomy, and I was doing Centonomy, their entrepreneurship course line.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, like, I was so excited. We went to school, like, for the first, because we enrolled in February, and I remember I don't want to say Miss Rona was announced around Kiddo, March, April there. And I remember, imagine these guys adapted quick. Like, the way you think, like, now school will stop, then they'll send you emails that, will inform you of how things will go. We literally were just informed that, guys, you can't come to school anymore. We're going to invite our teachers to a live Zoom session for you so that you can finish your schoolwork or your school course.
Oh,
And
wow.
to me, it was so wow. Like, immediately, like, they were like, these guys are paid. Melipa, by the way, it's not a lie.
Yeah.
Then now there's this thing that's been announced, and now we can't go to school. What do we do? So I think also when you're saying review the business model, sometimes I feel like where entrepreneurs need to think around is, what can I actually do to get myself back in business? And I think if you really sit down and you review the business model, like you said, now for them, I guess they looked at clientele. How do we still serve them? The way you're seeing, if it's like suppliers, I only get a particular thing because I need it, not because I used to buy it in plenty. Right now, it's going to be because I need it. If it's an employee, I'll probably give you guys pay cuts if you don't want to be let go. So I think what you're saying is very important. Something I'm feeling like most business owners don't do, and I remember reading this somewhere, is you really need to spend an hour of your day just thinking about your business and the areas you think would need improvement.
That's
So
amazing.
it's very powerful. Like, I've done it before. Actually, I've not done it before. I just did it the other day. Let me snitch myself. But I'm telling you.
Telling me you take stock at least every end of the month. You also
Yeah.
take stock, yeah.
I take stock, but now let me tell you, I was lucky. Quarter one. Hey, I was just like, I slept so much. But I remember telling myself when April began that I need to just think about my business. And because I've not thought about it in a very long time, I gave myself 24 hours. But if you give yourself time in between, 1 hour a day is enough. And let me tell you, Bata, in that 24 hours, I turned around ONR in a way that I honestly didn't know I had it in me. You know what I mean? But now if we just keep just selling, doing the everyday thing, you're just in that routine of you wake up, you do this, you will never exactly see what you can improve or change in your business. So I think honestly it's very important for someone to review and take stock. The way you're saying, take stock as much as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's another element to the whole taking stock thing, in terms of the review. The review shouldn't only be during a crisis, it should be something that you do regularly. Make it a habit. Actually sit down and just review things so that you're never caught off guard. Because I like that the example you said about that smooth transition, because also time is of the essence, Yes, but you have to pivot really fast, as they call it, pivoting, And I remember, like, even my sister was in USIU doing they were just about to graduate, and things were done and they actually graduated, So looking at it that way, I mean, things have to move on. And then another point to that is also embracing technology. I mean, without technology, would not even be going live. Like, I don't know how we would even be doing. Would we even have thought of doing things live? Like, having a meeting, probably be like, oh yeah, we don't have money for a venue.
Let me tell you. Okay, let me tell you. When you said embrace technology, I felt a spider walking through my back because I was excited. I was like, sis, why are you speaking my language? Why? Let me tell you. When you said embrace technology, the first thing that jumped into my mind is NFT. I don't know if you've been seeing this hype the crypto world known as non-fungible tokens, whereby artists are now selling their art online. So you know how Kitambo, an artist would have to pay for a studio to get people to come physically to look at their art, and then let me tell you, it's just that I'm going to do a video, guys. I know it's a hot topic, and right now it might not make sense to many people, but then now, thanks to the cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, people are able to Okay, let me give you an example, Basa. You know when you get like a gift card, for example, for Amazon,
Yeah.
and then I gift you the gift card. I haven't really given you the gift. I've given you a token that will help you get a gift in Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So now what people are doing, or other artists, big artists, they are going to the blockchain technology and getting a token. And the token is like a coin, like a Basa coin.
Yeah.
Then you're telling people, if you want to get my art, just buy my coins, and then you get the art. Anyway, it's a long story. But what I'm basically trying to say is, if artists all over the world, let me just say mostly in the US and Canada, are selling art. Let me tell you, Basa, 6 million,
Wow.
300,000 online. Who would have thought you can buy art online? And mind you, the art is not physical, but the art is still online. It's still stored online. I mean, you know what? I can't. I can't.
Okay. I'm very curious. So it's stored. So I'll get it finally. Like the way you're giving me the Amazon.
No, that's not the crazy thing. No, it's online. Yani, it's like the way if you are you see, like, how do I explain it, Basa?
Basically like the bitcoins. Basically like bitcoins. I don't access it physically like that.
Exactly. Now the art is like your bragging rights online. You know how in the future, let me tell you what I think. You know how in the future people will be like, will be looking at Basa according to what the amount of things she owns online.
Online.
So mad. You see how when people are playing these games at the Fortnite, what, my PlayStation, and you can hear someone spend real money to buy an outfit for their avatar. But the outfit is online. It's the same thing.
People are taking it far. Like people are far. As we're here about embracing technology, guys are like, wow.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm going to do a video on that, and then maybe we can discuss it somewhere in our boot camp and explain it to people much better. But what you said about embracing technology, 100%. If your business is not anywhere online, no matter how much you might think, online is not that lucrative because maybe your business is not, the way there are some businesses people say, but you see online. I honestly think it's good to have some footing online. I mean, even these big companies are trying to come to online as well. So embrace technology as much as you can.
Should we define what going online and embracing technology means? Like,
yes, for sure.
I think in my view, I mean, it's not something that you start beating yourself up into something that will cost an arm and a leg. I think it's like what Olive said, like you can just open an Instagram page or a Facebook page or wherever your consumers are, if they're on Facebook, if they're whatever. It's simple. Or a blog if your consumers or your clients like reading. Just try to get things. Trust me, guys. I'm a good example. I hate, like, the fact that I'm on here is like a big miracle because you never think that you need to go online and then do videos which will be on forever. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you just have to. I think the people who will make it are the ones who can just get out of their comfort zone right now in this time.
100%, and push themselves to the edge. And let me tell you another thing that I don't know if someone will benefit from this, but I was talking to a friend the other day, and we were analyzing a certain industry, and this particular company X is a Kenyan brand. I don't want to speak because now it's quite too obvious, and it's in the fashion industry, and she was telling me how much money they make, and I was like, "You make that much money during the pandemic?" I mean, she's like, "Olive, these guys, Aki, I'm afraid of saying numbers, and then maybe someone who works there, and I drop these on your numbers."
No one will know by the time you guess.
So now this particular company, the revenue is give or take 5 to 8 million a month.
Wow.
Revenue. And it's a fashion business, and you would assume that people are not buying fashion items during the pandemic. Then I asked, because I was like, okay, how are they getting these numbers? And most of the physical shops are kind of having a very low show up rate, or is it opening rate, or whatever, you know what I mean? And she said they're literally spending, are you guys listening? They're spending $100 worth of ads daily.
Wow, look at
So
that.
basically, okay, why is there a house fly here? Shimber. Basically, 10K every day. But how much is that even in a month? Even we say 10K times 30, isn't that 3M? But
Oh,
if you're making, where is my calculator? I can't find my calculator, guys. But let me just calculate.
the
10,000
thousand
times 30. Yeah, okay, it's 300,000.
compared to that's worth it. Like that, the ROI is ridiculous.
Are you exactly my point? And then she was even telling me the ads are making more, even the older generation, like show up to their shops. Some are like they started ordering online. She was like their strategy for the pandemic was we are going to pump out money on ads like our life depends on it. And then once I had those returns, I was like, please sign me up. But then the thing with small businesses, you tell a small business you pay for an ad for at even a K for a day. That's too much money. That's too much money. But then you wonder, how will you make money if you don't spend money?
And that's why you shrink back now to your comfort zone, which we are trying to get out of. I mean, it will get you nowhere.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
actually that was my second point. My second point. I don't even know if now the number is number 2 because we've talked a lot.
Number 3, I think to go number 3 because we said review the business model, embrace technology. So now the third point.
Okay, the third point is actually marketing. Marketing.
Yes.
And not
100.
marketing, but being consistent. And I mean, marketing, as we've said, it's not something that will cost you an arm and a leg. Heck, you can even do it for free. Meaning, open those marketing platforms, social media, get on there, provide content which is relevant to your customers, and start generating, like just show up every day, literally. Show up every day with content, and it can be a video, it can be a tip, it can be, a quote, anything to get your consumers stirred up so that, it builds top of mind awareness. Top of mind awareness is what you're trying to create.
I totally agree. And I remember when you gave me this point, when we were reviewing our ideas, I remember I told you, I don't know if you can remember this, but I told you there's a day a client called me so angry.
Yes.
I have not reminded him that I'm still in business. So I remember you guys, let me give you guys the story. I was
guys, can you imagine? Oh my gosh.
the way you get a phone from a client, and then he's like, hello, habari ya Mirabit. I'm like, habari, salama, would you like us to take your order? Wako yo founder wenu, nataka kumongelesha. I'm like, sawa. So it was still me talking. I don't think he noticed because I had the phone that day. And I was like, hello, niko hapa. Mbona amjanikumbusha ninunue sungura? Like, oh, tukukumbushe. And guys, hands down. I was like, what? And then he's like, hey, unafaa kuni remind kama Safaricom every week niambie, hello, niko area. And then his accent made me so happy, and it was funny at the same time. He's serious, but he was very serious.
No, that is so impressive.
Yeah, and it taught me. And I remember I used to hear one of my favorite entrepreneur channels, Valuetainment. He said he used to have a day in the week whereby all the sales agents call all their customers, and their customer database has over 1,000 people.
Wow.
So every hour they had, I don't know, a call back like every 10 seconds. No, I've forgotten the numbers, but I think in 1 hour, 20 to 30 customers were being called. And it's just to remind them that they exist, that they care about them, that we are still here in case. And that's when you're saying top of the mind awareness, why does Safaricom still insist and we are signed up
in their ads? Yes.
Yeah.
And Coca-Cola remind us that we can drink Coke.
As in, they really, and you wonder, these companies are big, yet they have the largest budgets on marketing. And you, as a small company, you think you don't need a budget. You're the one who needs it more than that. And that guy light is so sure flying away. Can you tell the difference? Mine has dimmed. Yeah. So I think from that guy talking to me is when I honestly realized we are not doing enough as small businesses. We want to be big businesses, but we think just because I've been marketing and posting on social media, that's enough. It's not enough. all those clients that have ever ordered from you, remind them, say hi, send a message. Hi, happy new month. How are you doing? You know, like what you said, top of mind awareness. And let me tell you, Boca, I actually did what he did. And fun fact, over the Easter period, all my rabbits were sold out.
Look at them.
All of them. Imagine. And right now, I don't even have stock, by the way. I'm waiting for my next stock of rabbits to be ready for slaughter. And it's because he told me that, and he was so angry. It got me thinking how many other clients of mine that are loyal have honestly just forgotten I exist. Like, it's not like they don't know I exist. Oh my God, how do they need to be reminded? You know? Yeah. So I really I feel like we need to be more aggressive during this time. Alafu tuwache hiyo aibu ya as a customer, you don't think you need to call your clients to remind them to buy.
Yeah, and there's no aibu. You know what you're also bringing out? There's another point that's coming out is not only top of mind awareness, but loyalty. You build loyalty because you build loyalty, and it's and looking at your customers as partners, because you're partnering with them, literally, not even that you're taking their money, you're partnering with, you know, look at them as partners.
Let me even write that, guys. Let me write that down. Look at them as partners, because let me tell you another fear as small business owners is like, they're giving me their money, but aren't you not giving them something?
Exactly, like we're partnering. You need something that they want, and they want something that you have. You know,
especially if you have a good product. Yo, stand tall. Big guys will see me. Hello. My name is Joy, owner of, I don't know. Oh, we have this, because I'm providing value to your life. I am mad excited. So I need to tell you about it, Exactly. And you never know. You might be like, oh my gosh, I actually needed this. Thank you so much. How can I make another? Actually, come to think of it, I think we are sometimes the problems and the demise of our businesses. I don't think sometimes we do as much. We blame the environment so much, and I think sometimes we are partly the reason we need to blame.
And are you seeing how it's small things that matter? Small things. Look how that guy, and you told me that you have never met that customer. Literally, you have never
met him. Shout out to Mr. Wafula. Aki, if he's watching this, shout out. I don't even know if he thinks I have a YouTube channel. He knows me as I don't think he knows, but I like that. What's our next point? Because people will not see us in the next 10 minutes.
I know, right? Okay, and the next point is also, I think the points are really coming across it's like they're flowing and just meshing together. The other point is adding value, and you've already alluded to that. Like, it's not this time, it's not about just giving. Even you've seen, because today I was just passing through, just on Gong Road, and I could see these billboards. Like, it's always, I'm getting, like, if you're eating like this chicken, whatever, guys, they're always giving a free
KFC,
and KFC, chicken in, it was chicken in. And I'm like, I always look to add value, go over and above you guys. Let me tell you, this is the point where you want me to, we don't you've never even thought of delivering things to your customers. You always, watakujia. But this time is when you're like, oh my, can we deliver to you? We actually do. Also, can we cut it for you if it's the rabbit meat? Like, can we cut you or do you know, can we, like anything, can we add a menu for you how to make that, like you have to add value and you have to show up, serve. You can't be selfish at this time. It's not that you give and take. It's about serving your customers, serving them.
And I like how you said, sometimes it's more, like you might, honestly, that's why I say the truth, Bertha. Me, as a business owner, and I sell rabbit meat, I enjoy when I get the clients who don't want it chopped, because it's less work for my team. Don't come. I usually, because when I know I have bulk orders, in my mind, I'm like, goods. Please, may they not want it cut? But let me not lie to you. If I get a client who calls just before I dispatch it and she says, hi, can I just get it cut? Imagine we stop and we cut that rabbit ASAP. Then not deep down, I would rather not do that work because I've already, like we've already slaughtered, we've done preservation, we do natural preservation. Once we've cleaned and then now I've packaged it, me, I'm thinking, naenda, unasikia mtu, hello? You know what is that? We can't change to guy.
Oh
You
my
know?
God.
Yeah, but then again, what you said, value, I stop and I'm like, you guys, let's not lie. Because there's a time there's one teammate of mine who used to be like, I'm like, that's a wongo. Let's just cut. We might make her day. Let's just provide value. And let me tell you, customers remember the small things. Me, I'm being shocked, by the way. So I get what you said, that's really true. That's really true.
It's related to related to the next point as the sun goes down. It's related to the customer is king. Like the customer is king. Especially if you treat the customer well. What they'll do is they'll tell they'll tell their friend, who'll tell another friend, who'll tell another friend, who'll tell another friend. Word of mouth is the most powerful. I mean, anyone can tell you. Advertising, yes, you can, the percentage of sales you'll get compared if you go on social media and then word of mouth. I mean, word of mouth always beats it. It's just a fact,
And it's actually very true.
About your customer who actually, he's the one who has called all the guys in that place because of one person. You've got another client.
And it's true. Okay, guys, me, I feel like I'm just here snitching everything about my business. God, I am trying to help people.
It's a case example. I mean, it's a very
case example for sure. Yeah. And I know what you're saying because I got one client. You know what? I think my clients are just like me. They are so vibrant. They are so excited about life. And I remember it was a Friday, and then he called and says, "So Olive, I'm like, at least you know, but you're still calling. Because now they know, like I think my customers know everyone who works for me because if it's not me, there's someone at the farm or my delivery guy. So I work with the same people. Delivery 2 kgs, please only. Then I was like, okay, hour for you, which I'll do it. Even though I was literally closing at that same minute, we delivered. So Kumbe, this guy, Boca, was at a pub. Before now the lockdown, the second lockdown, he was at a pub with his friends. So how you package, Yummy Rabbits. But then we don't play, guys. And if you haven't ordered my Yummy Rabbits, we're not making our life. So, I've packaged it, thank you, add recipe, it gets to him. I don't know, I think he was drunk and happy. He started giving people at the pub my story about like rabbits. Mind you, my delivery guy now, my brother guy, he comes and tells me, Olive, come to our meza kwa do you want a package? It's like a small bag of package. He starts telling them the benefits. He tells them how, if they don't order from Sungura, let me tell you, Baka, that day I closed at 8 p.m. I got an extra 8 kgs. Me, my brother guy comes back, Olive, G4 people want your rabbits. Me, I'm like, Kwanini, akikumarket. I'm just like
that. Look at that. Like, seriously.
I was so shocked. Then I actually got clients from that area, so many of them, because of that guy at the pub making so much noise.
Nice.
And only because I decided, okay, let me not close the business, let me just serve him. Wow. Then, he calls me back, obviously, tipsy-ish, and tells me, actually, nimekupatia client, akitua uzie, juu nimekumarket hapa ni vile uko hapa uone.
Like, I know it's past time, but you guys
just it's past time. And I was like, it's true, not to be just be honest. When you're tipsy, if you don't sell to that person at that time, atakumbuka after the next day we start talking your story. God. So what you're saying is customer is king. I totally agree. At times, obviously, you might not bend, maybe because you can't. But if you know a client, or if it's a loyal client, or it's someone who has stood with your business, always just think about how much I can give to them because you really don't know what. I didn't know what was happening on the other side. That guy couldn't what's happening exactly.
What? I like, and you know, those are real life examples. Like you guys, I hope you guys are really getting encouraged because we are living, like it's proof that, you know what, not these things we are saying are not something that we are just getting, you know, it's not theoretical, it's very practical.
Not.
And our last point is, guys, and this is why this business bootcamp is coming through major. Our last point is get help, you know, access, if you need any resources, yeah. So my idea is access additional support for your business. And when I say additional support, it means if you need funding, please look for funding opportunities, yeah, because so that you know your cash flow is really straining and you really want to, you know, you've looked through everything, your business model, you're providing value, your marketing, the customer is king, but if you still feel like, oh my gosh, I still, you know, my cash flow is still hanging in there, I mean, you guys just go look for funding. Remember our access to you know, winning funding and all the Tony Elumelu whatever funds grant opportunity that we had whatever during our webinar. So I mean, those things are always so applicable. Look for funding, process of funding from your families, from your friends. I mean, if you a bank loan, get it, you know, so that by the time you're thinking of, oh yeah, I want to close, I mean, by the time you're going through these steps, you guys, no one will want to, I bet you guys will come and tell us, no one will want to close shop because one of these tips and tricks should have worked for you, you know. So, and then the of getting funding and all this, some of them come with technical support, so they tell you, okay, on top of giving you money, they'll tell you how to pivot your business, you know, they'll give you all this juicy information, you know. So I think that's it from us.
I think that is it, guys. First of all, my battery is blinking for my camera. If I just switch off, by the way, that it's time for us to close. But I'm looking at the comments. Momo is saying great discussion, ladies. Thank you so much, Momo, for joining the live. Momo is like our number one fan. He always comes through, by the way, and he has a YouTube channel. If you don't know about it, please do. He also does business topics, and money related, and literally just go visit his channel. And I doubt you would not know him if you know me, so I'm sure you know him anyway. Then there is Dickens Boca. He's saying, great discussion, Olive. I would advise you do lives maybe at night. Probably from 8 p.m. Baka hatulali. We're not closing shop. Customer is king. We need to live to our we need to live to the statement.
Guys want to concentrate. Guys, why? Because he wants to whatever. But I don't blame him. Maybe you guys are at work and they're trying to catch up, you know.
Yeah. But you know, I did a poll on my Insta and I asked people what's the best time they prefer to watch live. Everyone said after 7 p.m. So I don't know. I think people like to watch them when they're eating dinner or after news, or I don't know. I think so. So yeah, we'll consider. Let me just type that. But yeah, we'll consider. We just need to invest in ring lights. We need to invest, you know.
Yeah,
we just need to plan ourselves, and then because the bootcamp is running for a good amount of time, we will consider this, guys. So thank you so much. Mutahi says thank you for the tips. You see the comments, but I don't think so. No,
I've seen I'm not seeing all of them, but I've seen a couple.
Thank you so much, Mutahi, for joining our live. And we had, I think that's pretty much it. I think I've responded to everyone. Guys, I don't want us to talk and then the battery just goes off and then the live ends without us giving an end, an outro. That's what I was saying, an outro. So I guess, Bata, you can finalize.
Okay, I feel like I've talked. You should finalize.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, guys, especially for people who are sticking with us through this business bootcamp. It's going to be, it's always ongoing every week, and all you need to do is go to my description box. Even on this video, I've put Batha's Instagram, Batha's YouTube. I've also put our sign-up link for you to at least get our emails, like telling you when the lives are going up or the webinars. People who missed our webinar for grant financing, guys, we're really doing our best to educate you guys. So just show up, come through, and support your ladies in business. Other than that, guys, let me just say bye. And yeah, bye. Remember to
for hosting us.
Thank you for hosting. Oh, thank you so much. Remember to start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. For everyone who is part of the ONR gang, guys, tomorrow I'm dropping a new video. Here we are not playing Boca this year.
Good
this
girl.
Year.
I see your back. Quarter two, your back.
This year we are breaking the bank. We have to work harder. But anyway, guys, bye.
Bye, guys.